Good morning, students. How are you? Hope all are fine. So say your prayer. Thank you. நான் ஒரு நல்லாசிரியர். நான் உங்களுக்கு தாயாகவும் தந்தையாகவும் இருந்து முறையாக அன்போடு கல்வியை போதிப்பேன். நான் ஒரு நல்லாசிரியர். நான் உங்களுக்கு தாயாகவும் தந்தையாகவும் இருந்து முறையாக அன்போடு கல்வியை போதிப்பேன். நான் ஒரு நல்லாசிரியர். நான் உங்களுக்கு தாயாகவும் தந்தையாகவும் இருந்து முறையாக அன்போடு கல்வியை போதிப்பேன். Okay, students. So take your social science book and come to page number 248. Today we will discuss about the political party and the pressure group. So in last class itself we discussed the definition for political party and the types of party system. In today's class we will discuss about the party system in India. So what are the types of party in India, and also about the role of pressure group. So what is the difference between national political party and pressure group? So we will discuss in this class. Okay, so before going that, just to recall what we have discussed in our previous class. So in our previous class we discussed about election, that is electoral system in India. So in India follows the electoral system as like that of in United Kingdom. So Indian Constitution came into force on 26th January 1950. So in that Constitution, Article 324 so provides for an independent election commission in order to conduct free and fair elections all over the country. Then the Parliament so makes rules and regulations for the matters relating to elections to the Parliament, while state legislature make laws to the matters relating to the elections to the state legislature. Then we discussed about the election process. So at national level, the head of the government is the Prime Minister, elected by the members of Lok Sabha. Then we discussed about the nota option. So nota means none of the above option. It was introduced in the general election held in the year 2014. Okay, so India was the 14th country in the world to introduce nota. So we discussed about nota. Then the types of election in India. It was classified into two types: direct election and indirect election. So direct election means so people directly vote for their candidate and elect their representative. Indirect election means so people vote for the representatives and that representatives in turn choose the representatives. So that is indirect election. So we discussed about the merits and demerits of the direct election and indirect election. Then we discussed about the definition for political party. So political party nothing but an organization formed by a group of people. So organization formed by a group of people with a common idea and aim to capture power. So and the wish is to contest in the election and to capture power. Then the components of political party. So every political party has three components: a leader, active members and the followers. Then we discussed the types of party system in India. And also we discussed about the how the President of India elected. So who participated in the election of the President? The elected members of the houses of the parliament and also the elected members of the legislative assembly of the states and union territories. So they only participate in the presidential election. So they only choose the president. Okay, then the types of party system. So there are three types of party system so existed in world. So single party, two party and multi party. So in India, so what type of party system was followed? Multi-party system. Okay, so we discussed these things in our previous class. In today's class we will discuss about the types of political party in India and also the role of opposition parties in democracy and the pressure group. So what is meant by pressure group? So what was their role? So we will discuss in this class. So political parties in India are classified according to their area of influence into two main types. So political party in India are classified so according to their area of influence. So where they have their influence. So based on that they are classified into two main types, that is national party and state party. So national party and state party. So both have, so both national party may be a ruling party or opposition party, and also state party. So there may be a ruling party and opposition party. So ruling party, so maybe only one ruling party. If you take a state means, so there must be only one ruling party. But opposition party, so the party which were defeated in the election or the party which came so next to the majority party, so they were the opposition parties. Okay, so there are a lot of opposition parties in every state. Okay, so those who are criticizing the government, they were considered as the opposition party. Okay, so the political parties in India are classified according to their area of influence into two main types: national party and state party. So national parties, they also have ruling and opposition party. In state also we have ruling and opposition party. So first, national party. So what do you mean by national party? Yeah, a party which is recognized as a state party in at least 4 states. Yes, a party which is recognized as a state party in at least 4 states is recognized as a national party. Yeah. So every party in the country has to register with the election commission, while the commission treats all the parties equally. Yes, every party. Yeah, so in the country have to register with the election commission of India. Yeah, so the election commission treat all the party equally. Yeah, so all the registered party equally. Yeah. It offers some special facilities to the state and national parties. Yeah, so even though the commission treat all party equally, it offers some special facilities to the state and national parties. Yeah. These parties are given a unique symbol. Yeah, so so some of the political parties, the symbol. Yeah. If I tell any political party name means, so the symbol of that political party so come into your mind. Yeah. So say for example, so the symbol of DMK, yeah, rising sun. So the symbol of BJP, yeah, lotus. So they were their unique symbol. Yeah, so they were their symbol, so which shows the party idea. Yeah, so which shows the party policy. So only the official candidate of the party can use that election symbol. Yeah, so the unique symbol which was given to the state and the national party can be used by the party candidates only. Yeah, so in 2017 there were 7 recognized national parties. So in 2017 there were 7 recognized national parties. Yeah, so national party means a party which is recognized as a state party in at least 4 states. Yes, in at least 4 states recognized as a national party. Yeah. So every party has to be registered with the election commission, and the election commission treat all the political party equally only. Yeah. But the national party and state party are provided with some facilities. Yeah, so they are provided with a unique symbol. Yeah, so they have their own symbol. Okay, so that symbol should be used only by the party candidates only. Yeah, so no other have rights to use the symbol given to the political parties. Okay, so at present, that is in the year 2017, there were 7 recognized political party, national party. Yeah, so what are those national parties? Yeah, they are All India Trinamool Congress, Bahujan Samaj Party, Bharatiya Janata Party, Indian National Congress, Communist Party of India, then Communist Party of India, Marxist, then Nationalist Congress Party. Okay, so these are the 7 recognized national party recognized by the Election Commission of India. Then state parties. So other than the 7 national parties, most of the major parties of the country are classified by the Election Commission as state parties. Yeah. So other than the 7 national parties, most of the major parties are classified as the state parties. Yeah. So these are commonly referred to as regional parties. As state parties are commonly referred as regional party. Yeah. A party recognized as a state party by the Election Commission of India is based on certain percentage of vote secured or a number of seats won in the assembly or in the Lok Sabha election. Yeah. So how can the state party recognized? Yeah, so the Election Commission gave recognition to a party as state party. Yeah, so how they gave means, so on certain percentage of vote so secured or certain number of seats won in the Lok Sabha or Assembly election. Yes, if the party secured a certain percentage of vote in the elections, that is both in Assembly or Lok Sabha election, or if it won certain number of seats in the Lok Sabha or Assembly election means, then the Election Commission gave recognition to that party as regional party or state party. Yeah. If the state party is recognized as a state party in at least 4 states means, then it became a national party. Okay, so that is the state party. So name some state party of Tamil Nadu. Yeah, DMK, ADMK, then MDMK. So these are the recognized state party in Tamil Nadu. Yeah, so there are, apart from that, in every state, so they have more than 2 state party. Yeah, so at least now India have more than thousands of state party is there. Yeah, so both recognized and recognized party, if you take, means there are more than thousands of political party that is in India. So recognition to the parties. So for getting recognition as a national party, a party has to fulfill any one of the following criteria. So if party wanted to get recognition as national party, means it should fulfill any of the following criteria. So first, at least 6% of votes in at least 4 states and members to the Lok Sabha. Yeah. If a party get at least 6% of votes in at least 4 states and members to the Lok Sabha, then in election to the Lok Sabha, at least 2% of the members from at least 3 states are elected to Lok Sabha. Yeah, so if it have to win at least 6% of the vote from 4 states or 2% members from at least 3 states, then recognized as a state party at least 4 states. So if it win 6% of vote in the Lok Sabha election from 4 states, or if it win 2% of seat from the Lok Sabha election in 3 states, or recognized as a state party at least 4 states, then it is considered as a national party. So if the party won at least 6% of vote in the Lok Sabha election from 4 states, means then it is a national party. Or if it won at least 2% of members, so if it have 2% of members in the total Lok Sabha seat, means then it is national party. But that 2% seat is from at least 3 states, so not from a single state. So if it won 2% of the members from the Lok Sabha election, means in 3 states, means then it is considered as the national party. Then if it recognized as a state party in 4 states, so minimum 4 states, means then it is recognized as the national party. So for getting recognized as a national party, a party has to fulfill the above said criteria. So functions of political party. So what was the duty of political party? So what will they do? Yeah, they criticize the government, they take part in election, so they shape the public opinion. So they gave importance to the public opinion. So they go for a demonstration, so they go for a campaign, etc. So So what are the functions of political party? So parties contest election. So contest means an event in which people compete for supremacy. So parties compete in elections in order to get power. In most democracies, elections are fought mainly among the candidates put up by the political parties. So in democratic government, so in democratic country, elections are fought mainly among the candidates, so by the political parties. So the election fought is between the political party candidates only. So there is no much important for the independent candidates. So the competition is mainly between the political parties only. So parties put forward their policies and programs before the electorate. So electorate means those who put vote. So the electors. So to consider and choose. So every political party put forward their policy and program before the electorate to consider and choose. And also party play a decisive role in making laws for a country. So if they come to power, means so they only make laws. So they pass laws in the legislature and they play an important role. So parties play a decisive role in making laws for a country. Then parties form and run the government. So political parties only form the government. So those parties that lost in the elections play the role of the opposition party or a group of coalition parties in power, so by voicing different views and criticizing the government for its failures or wrong policies. So those party that lost in the election, so play the role of the opposition party, or sometimes a group of coalition parties so form the government. So if any party didn't get majority, means so some group of parties so form a coalition and they will form the government. So these parties, this opposition party or coalition party, so sometimes criticize the government. So if they have different view, means so they criticize the government for its failure or wrong policies. Then parties shape the public opinion. They raise and highlight the issues of importance. So parties should shape the public opinion. So we know the public opinion only through the political parties. And also even the political party can create a public opinion. So they have the power. So a famous political party leader can create a public opinion. So they have that much power. Then parties function as the useful link between the people and the government machinery. So parties act as a link between the people and the government. Okay, so the functions of political party. So first, parties to contest in the elections. So in democratic countries, elections are fought between the candidates of the political parties only. Then so they put for their policies and programs before the electorate to consider and choose. Then they play an important role in making laws for a country. Then so they only form and run the government. Then so the parties which lost in the elections play the role of the opposition party, and they criticize the government for its failures and wrong policies. Next, parties shape the public opinion. So they raise and highlight the issue of importance. Then party function as the useful link between the people and the government. So parties, political party act as a link between the people and the government. So these are the functions of political party. So role of opposition party in a democracy. In a democracy, there may be a two-party system, so as like in USA, or multi-party system, as like in India and France. So the ruling party may have received the support of the majority people, and the opposition party represented the remaining people. So in democracy, there may be a two-party system or multi-party system. So even though two-party or multi-party, so the party which became a ruling party have the support of the majority of the people. And the party which came second, so which did not get so much support from the people, became the opposition party. So the opposition party represented the remaining people. So the leader of the opposition party occupied a prominent place, important place in all democratic forms of government. So the leader of the opposition party enjoy a important place in the democratic form of government. So he enjoys the rank of a cabinet minister. So the opposition party leader enjoys the rank of a cabinet minister. So he opposes the wrong policies of the ruling party, which affects the general public. So the opposition party leader opposes the wrong policies of the ruling party, which affects the general public. As the chairman of the Public Accounts Committee, the functioning of the government departments and the examines the public money used for well-being of the people. So there is a committee in parliament, so that is called the Public Accounts Committee. So the opposition party leader was the chairman of the Public Accounts Committee. So he questions the functions of the government departments, and he examines the public money used for well-being of the people. So as the chairman of the Public Accounts Committee, he questions the functions of the government department. So he have the right to ask the questions about the functions of the government department, and he has the right to examine the public money used for the welfare of the people. So similarly, he play an important role to select the chairman and members of the Central Vigilance Commission, chairperson and members of the Information Commission. So opposition party leader also play an important role. So because he was to be considered, so his opinion was to be asked while selecting the chairman and members of the Central Vigilance Commission, so chairperson and members of the Information Commission. So the opposition party reflect the demand and concerns of the people to play a constructive role in democracy. So the opposition party, so they reflect the demand of the people. So they reflect the demand and concern of the people, and play a constructive role in democracy. Okay, so role of opposition party. So in democracy, there may be a two-party system or multi-party system. So there is a ruling party. So the party which get the majority support of the people become the ruling party, and the remaining party will act as the opposition party. Okay. Normally, if you take in India, so the party which come second to the winning party were treated as the opposition party. So the party which got the majority of seats next to the ruling party were considered as the opposition party. So the opposition party leader will become the rank of a cabinet minister. So he enjoys the rank of a cabinet minister. So he opposes the wrong policies of the ruling party, and he acts as the chairman of the public accounts committee. As the chairman of the public accounts committee, so he asks questions about the functions of the government department and examines the public opinion, and also he play an important role in selecting the chairman and members of the Central Vigilance Commission and chairperson of the Central Information Commission. So they reflect the demands and concerns of the people and play a constructive role in democracy. So next, pressure group. So till now we discussed about the political party. So now the pressure group. So the main difference between the political party and the pressure group is, so political party contest in the election. So they want to capture power. But the pressure group so won't contest in election. But they play an important role in making decisions. So the government is make decisions so based on the pressure groups. So the term pressure group originated in USA. A pressure group is a group of people who are organized actively for promoting and defending their common interest. So the term pressure group originated in USA. A pressure group is nothing but a group of people who are organized actively, so who are organized themselves for promoting and defending their common interest. So in order to promote their interest and also defend their interest, so they form a group. So that is the pressure group. It is so called. Why it was called as pressure group means because it attempts to bring a change in the public policy by exerting pressure on the government. So why it is called as pressure group means, so it attempts to bring a change in the public policy by exerting. Exert means by making a mental effort. So by making a mental pressure on the government. So it attempts to bring a change in the public policy by exerting pressure, by imposing pressure on the government. So that's why it was called as pressure group. So the pressure groups are also called as interest group or vested group. So they are different from political parties in that they neither contest election nor try to capture political power. So the main difference between the political party and the pressure group was, so the pressure group so won't contest in the elections and they won't try to capture power. So that is the difference. So pressure group. So the term originated in USA. So it is a group of people organized actively for promoting and defending their common interest. So in India also there are a large number of pressure groups, but they are not developed as like that in the USA or Western countries like Britain, France, Germany and so on. So there are a large number of pressure groups existing in India, but they are not developed as like that of in USA or in the countries like Britain, France, Germany, etc. So normally the pressure group in India can be classified into the following criteria. So the pressure group in India can be classified into following categories. That is business group, trade union, agrarian group, professional association, student organization, religious organization, tribal organization, linguistic group, ideology based group, environmental protection group. So the pressure group in India can be classified into following categories. So there are a lot of pressure groups. So they were placed commonly under these categories. So they are the business group, trade union, agrarian group, professional association, student organization, religious organization, tribal organization, linguistic group, ideology based group, then environmental protection group. So functions of pressure group in India. So what are the functions of pressure group? So remember, they won't contest elections or not try to capture political power. So they work to secure certain interest by influencing the public policy. So pressure group are the interest group that work to secure certain interest. So they work to get some interest by influencing the public policy. They are non-aligned with any political party and work as an indirect yet powerful group to influence the political decision. So they have no link. So they have no alignment. So they have no align with the political party, but they work as an indirect but powerful group to influence the public decision. So some of the political parties' decision was based on the pressure exerted by this pressure group. So pressure group exerted a range of functions. So pressure group carry out a range of functions including representation, political participation, education, policy formulation and political implementation. So pressure group carry out a range of functions. They include a range of, they carry out a lot of functions such as representation, then political participation. So they participate in the political field, then in the education field, then policy formulation, then policy implementation. So examples of pressure group in India. So there are a lot of pressure groups in India. So few are there. So Federation of Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, then All India Trade Union Congress, All India Kisan Sabha, Indian Medical Association, All India Students Federation, All India Sikh Students Federation, Young Badaga Association, Tamil Sangam, Tamil Nadu Vyavasayikal Sangam, Narmada Bachao Andolan. So these are the examples of pressure group in India. So Federation of Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, All India Trade Union Congress, All India Kisan Sabha, Indian Medical Association, All India Students Federation, All India Sikh Student Federation, Young Badaga Association, Tamil Sangam, Tamil Nadu Vyavasayikal Sangam, Narmada Bachao Andolan. So these are the examples of pressure group in India. So they only shape the public policy through the political party. So they, because of their pressure only, so the political party sometimes decides their policy. So the pressure group or interest group that work to secure certain interest by influencing the public policy. So political participation. So we know, so the pressure group carry out a range of functions, so especially the political participation. So pressure groups can be called the informal phase of politics. So pressure groups can be called as the informal phase of the politics. So they exert influence precisely by mobilizing popular support. So they exert influence. So exert means make an effort. So they make an effort on the popular support. So through activities such as petitions, marches, demonstrations and other forms of political protest. So they exert influence precisely by mobilizing popular support through activities such as petition, marches, demonstration and other forms of political protest. So such form of political participation have been attractive to young people. So such forms of political participation, that is giving petition, so going for a march and demonstration and other form of political protest, so attracts the young people. So political participation. So pressure groups can be called the informal phase of politics. So they exert influence precisely by mobilizing popular support. So they decides the policy. So they decides the government policy. So through activities such as petition, marches, demonstrations and other form of political protest. So such political participation attracts the youth. So education. Many pressure groups devote significant resources by carrying out research, maintaining website, commenting on government policy and using high profile academics. So education, in the field of education, so many pressure group devote significant resources. So they use a lot of resources. So by carrying out research, so the pressure group also carry out research. So they maintain websites. So they comment government policy and they use high profile academics and also they use scientists and even celebrities to get their views across with an emphasis to cultivate expert authority. So sometimes they use scientists and websites and also even celebrities, so to spread their views. So the pressure groups use a lot of research. So they have promote education. So they carry out research and they maintain website and they use scientists and celebrities to spread their views across. Sometimes they criticize the government. So they comment the government policy in their website. So their aim was to spread their idea. Their aim was to spread their policy. So with an cultivate expert. So with the expert authority, so they spread their ideas. So this is the main role of the pressure group. So in the functions, we discussed about the political participation. So the pressure group are considered as the informal phase of politics. So they get the popular support. So they get the people support through activities such as petition, marches, demonstration, etc. Then education. So they carry out a lot of research. They maintain website. So by using the resources, they carry out research, maintaining website, and they comment the government policy and use high-profile academics, scientists, and celebrities to get their views across. Then the policy formulation. Though the pressure group themselves are not policy makers, yet it does not prevent many of them from participating in the policy making process. So they are not policy makers, but it does not prevent them from making the process of policy making. Many pressure groups are vital source of information and render advice to the government, and therefore they are regularly consulted in the process of policy formulation. So the pressure groups, so they are the important source of information and they provide advice to the government. So the pressure group, so sometimes provide advice to the government, and therefore they are regularly invited. They are regularly consulted in the process of policy formation. Okay, so political party apart from the pressure groups. So the pressure groups apart from political party, so take part in the policy making. So only political party was the policy makers. So though the pressure groups are not the policy makers, so they participated in the policy making process. Okay. So mobilization and people's participation. So the last topic. So mobilization and people's participation. So we discussed about the election, political party, pressure group. Now mobilization and people's participation. So mobilization means movement of people. So mobilizing people towards socially productive activities that lead to overall betterment of people's life is essential. So mobilizing people. So moving people means that is moving people towards a socially and economically developed position. So moving people towards socially active and economically active condition. So mobilizing people towards socially productive activities led to the overall betterment of people's life is essential. So sometimes earthquake, tsunami, flood and other such natural disasters on a massive scale occur, and people's immediate mobilization for evacuation and emergency reliefs become most essential. So sometimes people are forced to move from their birthplace, so move from their native place. So like during any natural disaster, so they were forced to move in a large scale. Okay, so in order to get relief, in order to be safe, so they were forced to move. So that is essential. So likewise, so people mobilization towards socially productive activity is essential for the overall development, so overall betterment of people's life. Okay, so now so after completing school education, you may move to higher studies for any other place, or sometimes for job you have to leave your native place. So that is mobilization. It is necessary. So why you are moving? In order to improve your standard of life. So the mobilization is very important. So democratic participation. So democracy can be succeed only when smaller local groups, and in fact every citizen can take action that supports the tax and revenue collection system, observance of national norms in environmental protection, cleanliness, health and hygiene, sanitary drives and immunization programs like pulse polio. So democracy can be successful only if every citizens take part in every action, that is paying tax properly, then so protecting the environment, so maintaining health, health and hygiene, so sanitary drives and following the immunization schedule properly. So if you follow the democratic scheme means, so then the country will be a powerful and a happy one. So however, we must keep in mind that there is no better form of government than democratic government. So there are a lot of form of government, so which we learned in the very first lesson. So they are not much better than the democratic government. So to create a better society and nation, the people of India along with the union and state government should come together to fight against the miseries of human life. So if you want to create a better country and a nation and a society means, so you have to work along with the union and state government, and you have to fight with the miseries of the human life. Okay, so then only so the democracy will be a success one. So every person, so every citizen should participate in the government sector, government policy. So we unite and develop our country. So people, so the people of India, so we only unite and develop the nation. Okay, ma? Okay, students. So we have completed the Second lesson, selection, political party and pressure group. So in this video, we discussed about the types of political party, that is the national party and state party and how it was recognized. Then the functions of political party and also the role of opposition party in democracy. Then finally, we discussed about the pressure group and also mobilization and people's participation. So if you have any doubt in this lesson, so please contact me. So today, write the book back exercise. So try to complete by yourself. So to choose the correct answer, fill ups and match. So try to complete by yourself. So tomorrow I will give you the answer for all the questions. So there is no written homework, but you have to complete the book back exercise. So the choose the correct answer, fill ups and match. You have to write by yourself. Then textbook reading. So take page number 249. Read the heading, functions of the political party and the role of opposition party in democracy. So read that two heading. So that is your textbook reading. So written homework, that is your book back exercise. So choose the correct answer. So fill ups and match. So try to answer the questions. So tomorrow I will send you the screenshot of the answers. So thank you. Have a nice day.